Hello world, hello YouTube, hello Flosstube. My name is Mia and this is Missing in a Stitch. You are most welcome to share this Flosstube number 21 with me. Today is the 16th of April 2026. It is 7:40 here in Finland, AM that is, and I'm a day late. Yeah. Yes. This is a floss tube where you mostly hear about cross stitching. You might every now and then, like once or twice in a year, hear about some sewing or some crocheting or some knitting, but that's sort of like been in the back burner for quite a while. Well, anyhow, welcome. Welcome if you're new, and thank you so much for subscribing to my floss tube. I have seen an increase in my numbers, and that makes me really happy to be able to share my love of cross stitching with all of you. So thank you very much, and thank you for everyone who's been here for a longer time, either from the beginning or some way on the way. It is you won my heart. All of you subscribers. So thank you very much. Yes. So this is the first couple of weeks of, let's say, the 15 days of April, from the 1st to the 15th is what I'm going to tell you. I have been sort of like out of order. My yeah, that's a life update that I'll tell you at the end, if I remember to. I wrote down in my notes. My notes are right here under the computer. So I've written messed up brain resulting to doing whatever. Yeah, I do have those plans that I make every month, but it's been a challenge. So let's start with Flosstuber Frenzy. I actually managed to almost be caught up. Julie, up and away. I'm sorry, I forgot to open these bags. I have all the other whips that I'm showing. They are open, but I forgot these Flosstuber Frenzies. So this is what I'm stitching for Julie's floss tubes. And at the moment I'm going with 250 per floss tube, and if it's an extra, any kind of extra, that's 50 stitches. I was going to say points. Cross stitches, yes. This is a John Clayton collection by Heritage Crafts, Up and Away. And with Julie, I actually have not stitched for her this month yet. She had a floss tube on the 12th, but I have not got around to those stitches yet. But I'll show you where I'm going. I'm up in the sky. So since you saw this at the beginning of the month, this has not changed. It will be getting 250 stitches once I get to that point in my stitchings. And quite a few have been showing their bags that they have their stitchings in. So I think I'll go with that. This is a bag. All but one of these fabric project bags that I have are done by me. And then I bought these keychains because I was not all have this vinyl front, so it's, and I don't remember. I'm not counting on my brain to remember what I have in each bag. So I bought these key these, yeah, and I wrote, oh, it's upside down, but anyhow, um I wrote what I have in which bag and put them on the zipper pull, so it's much easier to find what I'm doing. So that was Julie up and away, and Julie's floss tube is Silver Stitches with a Y, Sylver. Yeah. So Sharon's what I'm stitching for Sharon is all of our yesterdays. And I owed her from last month 250 stitches. This is what I am stitching for her. It's all of our yesterday's sampler. This has been in a cross stitcher magazine, and can't remember the magazine, but I have started this on the 21st of January in 2012. So the magazine is either that January 2012 or from some time before. And I owed her 250, and I got stitched 250. But yeah. So I stitched in this boy, and then I filled in something in the hat of this boy, getting in that 250 stitches. Sharon has had, she does hers weekly, her floss tubes, that is. I need to put that back so that I find it next time I need it. Okay. Sharon is fun with cross stitch. She does her floss tubes weekly on Wednesday. And she has had two floss tubes for this month. So I'm getting there, but I have not stitched any of her April. I can't get that in properly. I'll fight with that later. So Sharon has had two floss tubes for April, so it's 500 stitches. Then Nessa, hi Nessa, I just saw your floss tube a couple of hours ago, so which was the 16th, and I am stitching garden bench, or that's what I've named the. Where is my garden bench? Oh dear me. I thought I'd just take them from here. It's Atelier Margareta. Well, I bought it from Atelier Margareta, and there is no information of who the designer might be. Can you see this? I call it garden chair, even though it's numbered 90167A. But this is what I am stitching when Nessa brings out a Flosstube, and I owed her 228 stitches from last month, which I have done. This is where it is in all. This is one that I'm stitching in hand. But what I did this time is I stitched the flowers, the blue flowers, the bluish flowers, purple, blue, yeah. And that got me 228 stitches that I needed to do for her. And I had an owl button that I just stuck a magnet behind and made it into a pinky. It's a button. But here I am with Nessa's Flosstuber Frenzy piece. I love to cut out. It bothers me, I'm sorry. Yeah. What was I saying before my yeah. So Nessa has a new Flosstube from today. So that it means 250 stitches. And thank you, Nessa, for calling me out. It's shouting me out. It was really, really wonderful to have been called out. So Nessa also is a Flosstubers, and her Flosstube is stitching with Nessa. Then we have, who do we have? Amanda the Stitching Panda. She had a Flosstube that I watched yesterday. And that was her second one for this month. And she's a new one in my Flosstuber Frenzy. What's the right word? She's not a whip. No. But I have given her a whip for her Flosstubes. So she belongs to my can't find the word in English, I'm sorry. It's just, yeah. I do not have a picture of this whip. It was Jardin Privé secret stitch along 2 years ago. Can't remember quite. Was it 24 or 25? And I sort of like had a little bit of a frustration with the charts because I couldn't get them into Pattern Keeper, and I was so annoyed. So I put this away, and then I dug it out this year, and then I wanted to start stitching for Amanda's Flosstubes, and I thought this would be appropriate because even though I have the digital patterns, I have printed them out because I can't get them into Pattern Keeper, so I'm doing them from paper, which is my Flosstuber Frenzy idea, to stitch from paper patterns. So that's fold in, but yeah, I'm rambling now. What I had done before, I'm not going with any statistics with this, except for the 250 stitches that I made this time, and I had everything else stitched except for this where the flosses are hanging. That is where I got my 250 stitches this time. What are you doing, my camera? I never seem to get my lights right. Or at least here live, it feels like it's blurring out everything. Can you see it? Is this better? Yeah, but this was it was actually part 2. So I finally got into it, even though I think this was part 4 or 5 already. Yeah, but this is what I'm stitching for Amanda, and Amanda's Flosstube is Amanda the Stitching Panda. I will put all of my Flosstuber Frenzy Flosstubes below in the box so that you can go see what they are up to. They're wonderful people. I really enjoy watching them. So that was Amanda, and Amanda had her second Flosstube for this month, so I am doing 250 for that. What then? Kelly from Kel's Stitches. She has had a Flosstube that I owed her 161 stitches. Why did I put this away? Maybe I need to show you. Yeah, so this is what I'm stitching for her. This is a chart from Bastione Ricamo. It's an Italian designer and brand. She does the art and she does the charts. And I owed her 161 stitches, and here is where I am. This is the whole what I've done during the years. Oh my gosh, this. And there's quite a lot that I'm missing, even though it looks sort of like full. Yeah, there's a lot to stitch. So I know I stitched these. She has a flower thingy on her wrist, and then I did. Yeah, I stitched some of the blues I was missing down here. Still missing stitches from there, but part of them are with special floss, and then there are a lot of beads. So, but I've sort of like tried to go through the areas that I thought I had stitched already, and I've been filling them in. And the upper I go, then I see, oh, I missed that part, this part. Yeah. So this is for Kel Stitches. And she has had a Flosstube this month. What was it? On the 6th, so 250 for that. This is a chart that I've also started in ancient history. My ancient history might be after 2007. Yes. Then Jenn, the caffeinated crafter, she has Villa Mirabilia, but I sort of like lost my Mirabilia stitching. It's like I've been hearing so much about her without going into the details, and since my brain works with feelings instead of sense, so it affects me. Yeah, but I owed Jenn 750 for last month, and now I've got 500 more for this month. So yeah. So I think with the situation that I'm gonna talk about in my plans and life update, from today I'm going on with 5 Flosstubers. Yes, but that was Flosstuber Frenzy. I'm not going to show that Villa Mirabilia because I have not touched it since the beginning of March. Yes. So what else did I do? I was unique. You know a thing called Whitgo? Yeah, I'm in it. There were 3 called this month. Can't remember the numbers, but I guess that's doesn't matter. I had Be Unique, Bullfinch, and Summer Landscape called this month, and I have a goal of 500 stitches for each. I still have 400 to go. This is where I am with this, and Be Unique is a chart that I got from Sherry. She last video I said Sherry from Texas. Yes, she is originally from Texas, but now she lives in state of Alabama, I think. One of the states that touches the Gulf of Mexico. She sent me this cute little birdie that is, the design is by Svetlana Hrubak. She has an Etsy shop called Eggs Free Stitch. This is 93 by 69, stitching it on white Aida with all the called for. And what it will look like once ready is this. I'm trying to get all the glare out, but yeah. And I still need to please light. I'm filling in. I'm missing one color, but I have not remembered to buy it yet. I guess I need to just write it down on a piece of paper and take the paper and go to go to my local LNS. I think that will help remembering what am I missing. Yeah, so 400 stitches for this Whitgo piece, which is, I forgot to show you the bags. Yay! This is one that I've made myself. I started with this side. And this was, yeah, pretty, but I sort of like didn't have enough to make the same, so I had these small pieces, and I just went with a crazy quilt. Amanda's Flosstuber Frenzy piece is in a bag like this. It has a vinyl front and just a blue fabric with some kind of a, my brain isn't working today, I'm sorry, some kind of a picture? No. Yeah, it's got these thingies. What else did I show? Sharon. Sharon has all of our yesterdays, and it's in a bag that I had done in 2020. I'd stitched these snails. I loved it because the same snail, you had it from the front and the back. I tried to position them that they were sort of like, but as you can see, I did not succeed. Anyhow, it doesn't bother me at all. Yeah. So that was, what was it? Whip Go, be unique. Where am I going to put these? Here. The next piece, I hate it when my chair touches the radiator. Bullfinch. Bullfinch is a design by somebody. I just love these PDFs where you don't have any kind of information. Yeah, and I can't remember it, so either Russian or Ukrainian from Etsy that I remember. But please, colors. This is the mock-up and what it will look like once ready. So from the 500 stitches, I have done 414. It's in a bag with a quilting inside. I know. Front, yeah. So I've been stitching on the top of its head, filling up these so all of this has been done this month, and I've got 86 to go to get to the 500. And this is a whip go call. Then summer landscape. Summer landscape is by Artisy, the chart, and it's based on somebody's the image copyright belongs to Toni Salado Fotolia. And it's called Summer Landscape, and it reminds me of my very many childhood and teenager vacations in Mombasa. And I'm stitching this in, is it columns? Yep. And I'm coming down. I went up first and now I'm coming down with all these bark threads. I got 201 stitches out of 500. So I've got 299 left to stitch for the goal for this month. But it's not a big one. It's gonna fit on this. This is 25 count. Easy grid, even weave by Zweigart. So I'm stitching it 1/1 full cross. I stitch everything full cross. So unless the chart tells me to do something else, but if it's totally up to me, it's full cross. Yeah. Then I'm in Fun with Cross Stitch. Has a lot of games, and one of them is the AFL and the NRL. AFL is Australian something football. Australian Football League. Nessa made charts for each team, and I chose Geelong Cats. Or actually, I did a Google search, and it gave me because I have no sort of like knowledge of anything of the teams or anything. I just it just spoke to me. And this is what the chart will look like once stitched. Ready? I love this guy. So she has the same all of the teams that she has made the chart for. They have that same guy, and he's in different positions, and I think he looks just cute. Yes, here is where I am with it. In the past two games that I am stitching, so the ones in March, April, they have played for 213 points, which means 2,130 stitches, of which I have done 200. Yay! Yeah. But the games go on until, was it somewhere near the end or end of June, beginning of July? And Nessa said that this would be sort of like that you could get this stitched during the games. This has 27,579 stitches in all, and it's I'm at 9.57%. But I still have sort of like 1,930 stitches to go for the two games that they have played in April. There might be a change. I'm stitching the highest level, so I might change to a lower one. Yeah, that's what was it? Planned stuff. Then the Cross Stitch Studio has its 30 minutes daily stitching challenge for the month. You need to sign up for it in the previous month. So you can't jump in during the month. But I have a chart that is called Lord Cleans Me. No, this is in the same bag, and this is just a very simple. It has the same fabric inside. I am behind with this. The idea is 30 minutes a day, but I've done only 7 days this month with 706 stitches. Yeah, that will come out. Why in the life update? And again, I realize that my consistency is good for nothing and bad for everything. It is 250 by 250, 98 colors, and it's by the Cross Stitch Studio. I cannot find the information or see it quickly. No, artwork, Betsy Foster Breen. So, yeah. And the Cross Stitch Studio is the chart maker. And once done, it will look like this. I've been stitching on this bird and then the words, and now I moved the frame. I decided I want to get the words done because it's just one color and I don't need to change. Yeah, so what I can fit in this, so this is gonna be Lord cleanse me of anything that. And once I get these words done, then I'll go back to the bird because I still have quite a lot of the first bird to stitch. This is on 32 count 1/1 full cross. Yes, but the idea of the challenge is that if you have at least 13 pictures for the month, I'm not sure if it's sort of like 3 a week. I'm not sure about that, but you get a discount that you can use in sort of like, is it a 48-hour gap to buy yourself a new chart? Yeah, and I don't need any new charts. I really don't. I do not need new charts. Then we go on to Glamorous 3, which is Siska Stitches. She has her floss tube called Siska Stitches, and she has a Facebook group called Siska Stitches, and she has different kind of games in there. And I've been playing for a good while, many months. I've been playing this game called Glamorous 3, where you get to pick yourself. You get to pick three of your whips, and the idea is 100 stitches daily. And she calls out the on every week. She calls 7 days, and you get to stitch on all three of your Glamorous 3 whips. And but in what order and how many days is what Siska calls out. So up till now, which is the wait, it's from, is it from Sunday to Saturday that she calls? I think, yeah. So she has called the numbers until this Saturday, which is the 18th. Yeah. So I have Gala, which is, I have 3 birds. birds in my Glamorous 3 Gala is artwork by Nicolai Payne, and it's the chart is by Unconventional X-Stitch. And once it's stitched, it will look like this. And I started next to the eye. I've been stitching around here, but now I've been stitching in the eye area and somewhere in this pinkish area. And for the 500 that have been called, I am at 301 stitches, and I have to think which way this is. So I've been stitching around the eye, sort of like filling in what the color, each color that the eye has, and then when I'm fed up with jumping around, then I go and stitch some of the pink, the feathers, and then I go back to stitching in the eye. Even though there is not like yeah, okay, the eye is confetti, but there is sort of like not much of big block stitching areas, even though it might look like, but like this looks like one color, but it's not, except that it is. Yeah, well, anyhow, it's sort of like nice going to do some easy stitching with a bit of a bigger area with one color, and then having this confetti area. But this is Glamorous 3 Gala. They usually sit in this bag, but this frame doesn't fit into this bag. But now I'm wondering, where is... Oh, you dropped. Okay, that's the third one. So the next one is Macau. And Macau has 500 stitches to be stitched. Or 500 has been called for, and I'm at 320, and I've been stitching the background here, this piece. So it's you want to see, it's Macau close up. It's by Artsy, the chart, and the original image copyright is Suzanne Schweitz. 250 by 210, 88 colors. And I know I'm very not consistent with the information, but here is what the Macau will look like. So I've been stitching this area here. And once I get this 934 done, then I'll start going sort of like the 10 by 10, the 10 height row from side to side. And yeah, this is where I am. So I have given this 320 of the 500 in this area. So it's gradually going smaller, the area. And once that's done, then I'll start going the 10 by 10 rows. So that's Glamorous 3 and my second bird. And the third bird, I call it like looking into the mirror. At least let's say that my brain inside feels like what this looks like. This is a bird that I have bought the chart from Etsy. It is by Tidy. patterns, TIDY patterns, and it's called Bird 33-1. Once it's done, it will be a wonderful splash of color. But sort of like, I feel like this is going in the wind, and that's what and the eyes, they're like, I feel like this. Yeah. So, there have been 800 called, of which I have stitched 500, and this is what I look like. Yeah, I've been stitching on this flower. Yeah, but I mean, look at those eyes. They're just like I I so feel like this bird looks in my head. It's like I'm so yeah. So this needs 300 stitches this week. And this is the only bag that I have made a handle on, thanks to Sherry. The friend I have in Alabama, which always brings me that Forrest Gump movie. Yeah. She does her bags with a handle, and she also has a floss tube, which is Hecate's needle. I will put it down in the box, so please go. She does cross stitching, she does sewing, she does crocheting, and she has a beautiful, beautiful garden. Yeah, this has a small vinyl. I had a piece that I wanted to use, so I decided to just fit the fabric around the smaller piece of vinyl. And this has a flower inside. Yes. So those are my three glamorous 3x stitches, and then we go on to stitches so beautiful. This is also, they have a challenge. You need to do 250 weekly cross stitch, full cross, or if you do other things, half cross, tent, whatever the way it is you stitch, that's 500. So there are 4 days that you need to post what you're doing. A whip from Stitch is so beautiful, and you need to weekly show how your what your progress is. I have done 608 stitches for this month on a chart that I was inspired by Anne, the Max Color Stitcher. She is stitching this in remembrance of her mother, and I also have that mother connection. My mom's still alive, but she's the one who has taught me how to do different kind of handcrafts. And my mom we used to sew a lot, make clothes and stuff like that, hand stitch in Kenya. So this is elegant floral sewing kits. And Anne is not stitching the background. I am, because it's easier for my brain to just do what you're given. I'm not tempting my brain to figure out what is not the actual like the flowers, what belongs to the flowers and what doesn't. but this is the chart. What it will look like. It's 400 by 400 and 109 colors. And I have been stitching on the top row, the first 10 rows. I am from corner to corner, but this part here just has one row of stitching. And the background, as you can see, is it's 712 and B5200, so it's yeah. I think Anne is really wise in not stitching the background because she's saving herself of so many stitches. And if somebody is wondering what this is, I have a Lowry stand, and since this Q-snap is this big, it won't stay in. It needs. I will put this part in onto the grip of the Lowry stand. I don't know what the right word is, but and then I can adjust these to fit the Q-snap. I use this with all my bigger Q-snaps. Okay. Then the rest of my plans sort of like flew out of the window, or I just didn't. I had a hard week. Yeah, so it was just like I can't do it. Cooking for your dragon. Where is cooking for my dragon? Except before that, focus on a finish is a chart that I've been stitching for my mum. At the moment, if things don't change, let's say like that, to the better, I will not get this done by Mother's Day. But this is what I'm stitching. And I had a challenge of 350 stitches a day, of which I am 2,800 stitches behind. So Poppy Fields. And the designer for this is Eliseva Evgenia. I was wondering, where can you find this chart? Was it My Bobbin? Laura I Stitch Birds was the one who showed this to us on on one of her lives, and she was that, oh, I'd love if somebody would start stitching it. Okay, you didn't have to twist my arm another time. But anyhow, I've been stitching on it. I should have stayed with the 350 a day to get it ready for Mother's Day, which in Finland is celebrated the second Sunday of May. But since I'm 3,000 stitches almost behind, I'm not sure I'm gonna get it. And the lower I go, it's gonna be more confetti. So here I am at the moment. That's sort of like, yikes, where it is. But yeah. I have enjoyed stitching on this, but then my brain sort of like went box. And yeah. So, cooking for your dragon, which is and I still hope it is going to get finished this year. It's one of my I've had it as a goal for the whole year to get it ready. I've got like 10,000 stitches left to do for the year. Sometimes PK is challenging to get opened the way you want it to get open. This is designed by Randall Spangler, charted by Haid. Yeah, it's called Cooking for Your Dragon. 88 colors, 75 wide by 420 high. And it's an SK. I still don't know, can't remember what it means. SK Cooking for Your Dragon is the official name of this design. This chart, and here it is what it will look like. Story keep. Yeah, I'm still around here, around his mouth, under his mouth. And I got 401 stitches into him, and yes, I park with him. I've been trying to get rid of these part threads because the green colors are coming to an end because the cookies are down here. So I've been jumping all around doing these ninja stitches also so that once. What is happening with this yarn floss? Oh, okay, there you go. So I still have a bit in his chin, but then the rest is yeah. In all, I have done 21,413 out of 31,500, and it's at 67.98. I sort of like am on row 280, so I have 140 rows, 140-ish rows to go. But there is time until December 31st, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, this was Full Coverage Fanatics, one of their challenges, which is focused on a finish 2026. The other one that I have also is a Randall Spangler. Full Coverage Fanatics challenge, which is 26 in 26, which is 26,000 stitches in 26. At the moment, I just, actually, I can see it. I can check it out. I've got it in my spreadsheet. Where is ta-da? There you go. Okay, I've got 21,175 stitches left to go. I'm not sure I'm going to make it. But it doesn't, where's my camera? There you go. It's okay. This has been long going, so yeah. I am stitching in the background the 939. This is what it will look like, and at the moment I'm around here in this part, coming down to stitch all the 939. Yikes. Okay. Light conditions are not perfect, but this is the part I have been stitching. How many have I done? Okay, 168, which I think are just down here, but this year I have stitched this. Yeah, got a couple of stitches to go. Because this is 350 by 431 in width and height, 90 colors, and in all I am at 11,660 out of 150,850. Yep, I'm at, let's see, 7.73. I hope to have this done before. I hope to have this done while I'm still here. Yes. Then I went to, I got this idea. How about stitching 100 stitches on every single width that I have? So out came Amy Stewart's The Amazing Animal Kingdom, of which I'm doing the mini version, and it's charted by Haid. And if somebody is wondering what on earth is Haid, it's Heaven and Earth Designs. And the mini is just big enough for me. I do not need SSMC. I don't even need the regular size. This is good enough for me, and this is what it will look like once done. I'm on the first row, and I was stitching right next to the tail. I know 100 stitches is sort of like in a chart that has almost 100,000 stitches. How much does this have? It's got 80,600. 100 stitches are not much, but it's 100 stitches, more than nothing. So I stitched next to this tail. I wonder if, can you see it? Oh, I can't see what I'm showing. And the light, it's just not working today, but I filled in here 100 stitches in there with those light colors. And at the moment, this is at 8,256 stitches, which is 10.24%. Yeah. This is 22 counts. 20. Yes, it is 22 count because I'm stitching with two. Even weave fabric from, so I got, and it's got a bit to go. Next one also, I've got a lot of Haids, except that this has nothing to do with. I was on the wrong row. Ocean Panorama, Orca Crop, which is my pain-free crafts. Adrian Chesterman is the designer. This is 312 by 400, but I've cropped the crop. I'm doing around 200. So 300 and what was it? 312 by around 200-ish. The whole chart looks like this. The cropped version. The crop version from Pave Tree Crafts. But what I am doing is all above the sea level. because I wanted the orca and the birds. So that's enough for me. But I'm still in taking baby foots. I'm at 2.42%, and I just filled in one block of 100 stitches. I'm doing this from left to right with a 10 row. 10 row or the one block row. I'm at 1,600 stitches in all out of 66,144, which is the actual crop size that I'm doing. But I did 100 stitches, so one block. And this is in this kind of bag because I keep on forgetting to show you. Well, those bigger ones, they I don't have big enough bags for them, so yeah, and this has the. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to show, because when you start stitching 100 stitches on each, then it goes like crazy. Yeah. So now we're back to Heaven and Earth Designs and Randall Spangler because I just like his art. And this is Eldar, which is a dragon. Eldar, Eldar. He is reading in moon and candlelight to the small draglings. This is what it will look like. And I'm way up here. I think I'm somewhere around this place. On the first row, stitching on 25 count easy grid, 1/1 full cross, and I did 100 stitches here. But I just love how the details are coming out already. This rock wall. It's yeah, I really like stitching this one. But then again, it got 100 stitches now. It has 70. Oh, I thought it would have been a bigger one. 79,922, of which I have done 1,402 stitches, and I'm at 1.75%. Yay me. And I can fold this into a smaller, because it's in a smaller bag. This was sort of like also, since I have just a smaller piece, let's do a bag that's big enough for the vinyl front. And I think this was also one that I used all of this gray with, it has stars in it. But then I ran out, so that I had to take another fabric to make to get the zipper attached to the vinyl, and I think it needs a fabric in between because I don't have a special foot, so I can't just sew on the vinyl with my sewing machine. That kind of information. I think you needed it, yes. Then we're going to the next one, and I went and bought a few bags from Etsy because yeah, this is a C4 size, and then I have these smaller sizes. Yes. Well, anyhow, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Amy Stewart. Hate Sal 2026. We were granted the Amy Stewart exclusive without having to stitch the one page that they said we would need to do. So yeah, I got it out. I have this funny thing of cropping is a good thing nowadays. um I find the charts a bit big for me. This is what Amy's sanctuary of cross stitching looks like, or Amy's sanctuary of stitching. And I am, can I, no, I am cropping this so that I'm not stitching the fireplace. I'm cutting it there, so I'm not stitching this side. I'm stitching this cross stitch corner here. The chart is 750 by 420. Way too big for me. So I think it's 250 by 420 that I'm stitching. That's big enough. And I did the 100 stitches, but in all I have stitched 504. Well, the whole chart is 315,000 stitches. Too big for me. And that's 0.16%. But since I'm cropping it down to a third of the original, then it's not that much. But I don't have those numbers right now. But this is where I am. And I've been just taking a color and going down as far as the floss goes, except these were too long, so yeah, I've parked also. The idea is to go the first 10 rows, the block, but it's confetti. It's got a gazillion colors. Okay, I did choose the regular size, but the max color. I had a glitch in my brain. We were offered SSMC, we were offered the regular color, and we were offered the regular size max color. Then the wise and the brave. Where is my wise and the brave? Where are you? Here you are. Which is the actual sale for 2026 of Hade. The wise and the brave is the one with the robin and the owl. Which is this? Many people have said that they don't understand people who crop because they are enjoying stitching the tree and the top. But yeah, then again, I have so many widths, and I like the owl and the robin of this. So I'm cropping, was it 40 rows from the top and 20 from this side? Yeah, I'm not going for any goals. I'm just enjoying the stitching. And I've been going like everywhere. I had a challenge that needed something red. That's why I jumped down to the robin. But then again, I haven't been consistent up here either, so. And this got 100 stitches. The original size is 296 by 300, so it would not be that big. But if I don't want to stitch something off the chart, then I have the freedom to crop it out. I'm at 2,100 stitches, which is 2.36 of the original size. Yeah, and I'm at what? 1 hour, 15 minutes already. Then my son, I wanted to stitch something for him, and I suggested this, that, and something else, and he chose this chart, of which is a new start for this month. No, it isn't. I started this last month. I started this in March. This is a hay chart by Rob Carlos. 255 by 325, 87 colors. And this is just something that my son enjoys. Gosh, the colors. It is so much lighter. It is not this dark. Okay, maybe there. But I have a small start on it. This month I have done 341. I have only stitched on one day for this. No. I'm talking with Pete Pattern Keeper. So this looks nice and bright and colorful. The yellows. There's three shades of yellow here. No, there's three shades. Okay, 2 yellows and an orange. And I got 341 stitches done that one day that I've stitched on it this month. And I'm at 539 stitches on all. That is 0.66%. And this is gonna be what is it called? A focus piece next year, because I want to give this to him in November when he has his birthday. I've only got 82,300 stitches left. Yeah, but I did it on my eldest daughter's the Love Me Not, the angel that I was stitching on. So I can do it on this too. And I will be giving this more stitches this year. So it's not gonna stay at the 500 stitches. Yep. Sorry for the zipper. It's sometimes I just forget. Then Jenn, the caffeinated crafter, it's your fault for the next new start. She twisted my arm. Yes, she did. Yeah. She's stitching Honeymoon Sunset. By no ways am I gonna stitch anything that big. But the Cross Stitch Studio opted out a crop. So of course I had to get it, because I've been admiring that, and I've been like, I want to stitch that, but I don't want to stitch it so big. And actually, it's giving the part that Jenn has stitched. So I've seen. Well, I'm not sure if completely stitched, but most of the crop that you can see here has been stitched on Jenn's original size. So this is what I'm doing. Yeah, stitching her so loved. Um, palm trees too. Okay, I had that 100 stitch. I got to stitch 100 on everything. Yeah, I got 106 stitches in the corner. Yeah, but I don't know how many colors have I parked because this is confetti heavy. But yeah, I have started it. I've got 106 stitches in. This is, who is this by? Abraham Hunter is the artwork by, and the Cross Stitch Studio is a chart maker. This has, what's the size? 330 by 396. 102 colors. And it's got 130,680. So this is one of the biggest ones that I have. Uh, I do have a couple that have 160,000. What was I thinking of? But this is at 0.08%. Wow. I've only got like, how many? 130,000, 574 stitches left to go. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Then I love my garden. Oh, this is a chart that I have received from somebody as a Christmas card because a kitty cat has been given a, a tonttulakki. Yeah, this red hat. And it also says lämmin joulutervehdys, which means a warm Christmas greeting. I do not know the year. I cannot remember from who. A stitchy friend from Finland, yes. But yeah, anyhow, I needed this for a prompt from Judy, the Aussie and the Kiwi, the Kiwi and the Aussie and the Kiwi go traveling. But of course, my head doesn't remember what this was, what the prompt was. But what I do remember is that I stitched the shred and the heart and then the bird for that prompt. I have stitched 433. Then I started stitching. I love garden with a DMC. No, this is not DMC. This is 6 Strands Sweets, hand dyed by Jessica Burr, Burr. This is a floss that I have bought like when I was still married, which was like I've been divorced. I don't know. I have been. We left with the kids in 2007. So quite old flosses. But anyhow, yeah, I got stitches on this, and this came out because there was a prompt that it fitted. Just can't remember what the prompt was. Yeah. And this is a linen band. I think it's 32 count. Yes, I have no info of when I have started this. Nothing. I've done it with some kind of variegated thread. It's called for Wheat Dye Works and Anchor Floss with a DMC conversion. But there's like three Wheat Dye Works and three Anchor or DMC. Yeah. But I'm going with the colors that I can find from my stash. Yeah, that was I love my garden, and then I still have I'm talking too much. A new start, you know? You know those thingies called new starts? I have been inspired to stitch cats. Um, a lot of Flosstubers have cats or dogs. I don't have either because I'm allergic. Yeah, and one is Siska Stitches. She has 10 cats, if I remember correct. And the other one is Anne the Max Color Stitcher. She just in her last Flosstube showed her own cat, which name I can't remember, but it's a black cat. So I thought this was appropriate. Plus, I won a giveaway on Siska Stitch's group, and she asked us to go and see, go and pick a chart from Hade and tell her in the comments of the giveaway that which chart would we like. And seeing these kitty cats, I just sort of like fell in love with this anemone. Don't ask me how to pronounce it in English, but this is the cat. The difference with Anne's cat, that I think Anne's cat has green eyes. This has yellow. Yeah. But every time I stitch on it, okay, the 2 times or the 1 time I have stitched on it, I've stitched on it twice. It reminds me of Anne's cat. Yes, so anemone is a new start for April, and it has got 280 stitches, which is here. There's 3 colors: 310, 3799, and 3371. So it's not block stitching, but it's not confetti either. Yes, this was the start for this kitty caps, which is in a beautiful, beautiful blue zippered project bag. And then I've got these whatever they're called, floss drops. And I decided, since I got these different shaped ones, and I thought that, hey, I'll just write the name on the floss drop and go with that. Once this is ready, which is the size is 400 by 270, 87 colors. So it's not going to be ready in a couple of weeks. It has 108,000 stitches. Once anemone is ready, I can paint it over and use it as a floss drop or for something else. Yep. Then we've got 2 left. Not too right. We've got two left. Ha ha. Um, I'll go with this one first because this is a new start also. Yeah, I had 4 new starts this month. Okay, don't rip my head off. Um, that also tells that my head is sort of like kadunch. Okay, this is from Zanna Crosswell on Etsy. It is called Sunflower Street Cat. 250 by 400, 100,000 in total, 110 DMC colors. And once it is ready, you'll get the feeling that somebody's watching me. I don't know what. This just spoke to me. Yeah. And I love the turquoise colored sky. I have skipped these areas. I mean, they're like I do stitch confetti, but like this area, every single color is different. Every single spot is different. And it's like 25 stitches. So you need to change. I'm gonna do it, but I've just been going sort of like with the major colors. Yeah, this got I've actually got 554 stitches into this. The cat on Sunflower Street. Oh yeah, I do have these a bit bigger sized these project bags. But these I just had a couple, 5 maybe. Okay, hey, we're at the last one, and I'm only an hour and something in. I think this is the 29th in the 2 weeks. Yeah. Um, this is a long dog, my first ever, and that's thank you to Sari. Hi. Uh, she lives in England. She's a Finnish lady. They call her Sini there. It's a long dog sampler, wishful thinking. And this is, as Sari said, it's so appropriate for today. The life, the world we're living, it's just too much of yeah, may we live in slightly less interesting times. I was first going with DMC 90, which is a variegated one. I started on but then I sort of like thought that if I'm gonna stitch this, because I stitch, when I stitch sort of like this way first and then I come back that way. But with the variegated, my brain says that I need to do it the full cross, and that's not a way I like stitching, but I'm gonna do it. But then, since I got sort of like fed up, then I decided that I'm going to do some elements in just one color of plain DMC. So this is 90 and this is 336, and the fabric is a 30 count linen that I've dyed myself. So I think it will be just fine for this less interesting times. but that's what I've done. And now we're at 1 hour 35 minutes. I do have plans. I'm gonna go quickly through them because it's like a short quick. I'm going with my Flosstuber Frenzy. But I still have the April plans. I have been missing a lot. It's like from the 7th. I can't remember what weekday it was. But there was well, I went to the doctor on the 8th. My appointment was good. I got a year of sick leave. I've been on sick leave since the start of December 22. Yeah, but I can see that we got some news about my dad, which is, yeah, I'm not going into that, but that has affected my stitching because, as I said before, I live with my feelings, not my brain. Yeah. So from the 17th to the 30th, actually today is the 16th. From the 16th to the 30th of April, I'm just trying to survive. I'm going back to the games that I think I started with a long time ago, which well, I did some acrostics, but I'm not into that. But fun with cross stitch. I have started climbing a mountain that I'm still climbing. I want to get that done. I've been to a safari. I still have animals to take pictures of. I have been to the ocean safari, of which I'm sort of like I'm not even halfway done. And then there's the holiday. I'm in New Zealand, and I think New Zealand was at the 4th, and they've got the 6th already going. But anyhow, I've sort of like come to the realization that I jump into, oh, look, squirrel, yeah, that, then I forget everything else. Squirrel, can you go away? You can take a hike with the frog. I'm going back to playing those games with my stitching because I enjoy the fact that I have, like, let's say in the holiday or collecting the animals, there is a certain amount of stitches that you need to do. So that's sort of like a motivationer, if that's a word in English. Because I also realize that my brain needs that kind of structure in it. But I've been jumping in so many new things and building up a bigger pile that my brain at the moment can handle of games. So I want to go back to those where I started from to get them ready. Then I can come back to what I've been doing. And somebody said that, yeah, you can double dip or triple dip or whatever dip. My brain doesn't work like that because then I have to remember for one width that, okay, I'm stitching 320 for that, I'm stitching 500 for that. And yeah, and then there's that other game that I'm stitching, I need to get 2000. Yeah, no, one whip, one game. Or one game and multiple whips. Not one whip and multiple games. Yeah, that's actually good. One game, multiple whips. That's a good thing because I do enjoy stitching on different whips. I'm not going monogamous. No ways. I'll get bored in like 5 hours. But anyway, so I'm going back to Safari. I am going back to climb Kilimanjaro to the top. I am the only new game that I'm staying with is AFL because that's also like I like the chart. I want to stitch on that. But I think what I will do, since I'm in the 3 levels, easy, medium, and high, I think I'm dropping to medium because, yeah, it's just too much. Quickly going through my statistics for this month, which also tells me where my brain is, which is sort of like overloaded. We're on the 16th of April. I have done for this month 9,435 stitches. Yes, that's a lot of stitches, but I can see the first week was 4,800 stitches. The second week was 4,200 stitches. So I can see I'm going down, which sort of like is fine. No worries. But I also know that I still want to keep my head above water, and I don't want cross stitching to be one that makes me drown, because then life is bad. Yeah, so that was plans. Except Flosstuber Frenzy is I'm not giving that up, sorry, because, and I think my reasoning for it is sensible, because they are most of them are my oldest whips from paper charts, so they need the love. If they don't get love, then I don't know when they will get ready. So Flosstuber Frenzy and Safari, can't even remember what I said. Well, the older games that I've been in: Oceans, Safari, Kilimanjaro, and at the moment I'm just going with what I can give them. I sort of like, I don't have to do 1,000 stitches a day because that's not happening at the moment. Yeah, so quick life update. My dad, both of my parents are in bad shape. Uh, I've been going to the or taking my parents to take some blood tests, and they have been to the doctors, and oh, my dad has, my mum's doctor is coming up next week. But dad is having blood tests done. They're not good. His, yeah, I can't go in it because I'm suffering. Well, anyhow, I think it's good that they are doing some tests. They're taking an MRI, and he's having a whatever that thing is when they're taking a biopsy piece from his stomach, and you know, when you have to swallow that thingy so that they can see what's going on. My dad has lost a lot of weight in the past year without doing anything. Yeah, so yeah, that's one reason why my brain is in overload. I haven't got time to worry about my own health. But then again, even though I just got a year of sick leave more, it's I'm not that ill that it's I can't work. That's why the sick leave has been given. My body is not in the shape to be able to sort of like do work. But with my parents, their bodies are declining, their minds are, their memory is going, especially dad's. And yeah, okay, they're 24 and 25 years older than I am, so they're both over 80. Yeah, so that's a big thing for me, and it affects. Yeah. Well, anyhow, that's sort of like life. There I love my cross stitching because it does keep my head above the water. Figure it, however it's said. Yeah, and it's yeah, if I wouldn't have, if I, yeah, I need my cross stitching. I also need my faith and prayers and my connection to the church. But then again, places with a lot of people's not me, not my thing. Thank you so very much. If you're still here after almost 1 hour and 50 minutes, um, thank you for seeing and listening and enjoying. I hope you had something to drink or stitch or crochet or whatever kind of crafts you're doing. Thank you very much. I will be back around the 1st. I have to go and check where. Maybe from my phone. I'll see it fastest. My schedule is sort of like the 1st and the 15th. Yeah, the 1st is a Friday. Okay. That's a public holiday here in Finland, so it might be that I will be back on the 2nd Saturday. I'm not sure if we're doing something with my parents, so that's why I'm not saying that I'm doing on the 1st. Anyhow, thank you very much. I truly enjoy watching other people's floss tubes, and if you have it in you, please please subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'd love to hear some comments. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of April. I hope the weather is good wherever you are, or if it's not, that you survive it and it's not too rough. Remember to love yourselves. Bye.